Gcaleka's announcement confirms the findings from her preliminary report in March. She found that the allegations of executive ethics breach and conflict of interest were not supported. She said while Ramaphosa was the sole owner of Ntabanyoni, the company which owns the farm, he had not been actively involved in the daily running of Phala Phala, and that it was run by the general manager and a staff of about 40 people.
There is no basis to exalt such deliberations to a degree where it can be held that there existed a real or potential conflict of interest on the part of the president regarding his duty as the head of cabinet and his interest in the game cattle farming at Phala Phala farm in violation of the code. Thus, no evidence could be found to underpin a finding or a conclusion that the president's comments or utterances in the regard were a continuous act to be considered or construed as active involvement in the business or paid work.
Gcaleka, however, found the president's head of protection unit, Major General Wally Road, to be at fault for failing to report the matter to his superiors and register a case of burglary and theft with the police.
Determining the standard that members of the PPS, namely General Roda and Sergeant Rukoto, should have complied with, hereby the following remedial action in terms of Section 182(1)(c) of the Constitution is taken. The Minister of the South African Police Service must take note of the findings of maladministration and improper conduct against the SABC as highlighted in this report.
ATM President Vuyo Zungula says his party believes the report undermines the public as well as the country's democratic institutions, while the DA intends to take the report on review.
We totally reject this particular report. We reject it because this report truly does not deal with the fundamentals and the clear violations and admissions of President Cyril Ramaphosa. How is it that the public protector, the acting public protector, missed a clear confession by the president when he was closing the Limpopo conference, where he goes as far as saying some of the seated individuals are his clients, which is a clear violation of Section 96, subsection 2B, where members of the cabinet, the president included, and deputy ministers are not to be undertaking paid work. How did the deputy public protector miss that? And also, how did it happen that the public protector missed Section 34, subsection 1 on issues of reporting? Truly, this is why, as the African Transformation Movement, we are going to take this matter on review.
She's gone ahead and made the same error in understanding the law and the processes around what has happened. We maintain that there clearly was an abuse of power and a conflict of interest. The president should rather have used and gone to the South African Police Service like any ordinary citizen, got a case number, and the SAPS would investigate it. Instead, because he has a Presidential Protection Unit staff assigned to him in his role as Cyril Ramaphosa, the president, he has now used that for Cyril Ramaphosa, the businessman, to pursue money that was stolen from a private enterprise, not from the state, not from his office, not from the Department of the Presidency, but from his private operation.
The Public Protector's report comes more than 6 months after the independent panel released a report last year that the president may have violated his oath of office by failing to report the crime at his Phala Phala farm.